They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Jackson now off the bootleg. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll buy some time right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the bootleg. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson now. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit, now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out and out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible, because right now he is wrecking things for them.
On first down, Shea, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well.
that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And now this throw complete to Washington. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And a peek now at the offense for Pittsburgh.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
From the gun on third down, Shea, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Well, it's brought in by Washington. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Now it's counter. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. From the gun, Shea got his man complete over the middle. It's Holt, and he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They'll run on first down. Connor, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Come on, set. 15, line it. 15 line. Kill. Pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, it's Connor, and he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. No score after 1 on EA Sports. From the gun on third down, Shea, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground, and fourth down now coming up. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Back to throw. Shea, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Washington His third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. It took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, is it bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 2nd down, Williams. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, Jackson over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Jackson now, 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first, what you're aiming for, they tried to throw for.
Here we go. 15 run it. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tack McKinley in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get... Time winding down here in this first half as we get you back out to the action. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. So late second quarter, this offense with the football trailing by 3. Can they get into range and tie it, or maybe get in the end zone and take the lead into intermission? Throwing after the interception. Shea, complete. It's Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Looking to throw. Shea, complete to Washington. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield. On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the lead stretches to... A big play coming up for this defensive unit. They're down, but just by a bit on the scoreboard. Can they get this third down stop in the third quarter? Here's Jackson, and he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Stephon Tuitt able... All right, so a golden scoring opportunity here. Let's see what they can do now operating in the red zone.
Down. 10-2 soft. They're going to need some therapy after this fight.
On 4th down, Shea, and he's got Hireman. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Back to throw. Shea, Washington's got him. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 5th. Gay is on for the point after. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins, we talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a handoff working right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Now it's Jackson. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Taking it about the 16. 12 yards on the return that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Connor, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running over there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Connor running right. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Connor. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Connor. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
High logo. 61. Matchbox. Right. 5.
Back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Connor. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Check 52.
On second down now, it's Connor. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
They'll run here with Connor. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and making an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people...
a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Lane. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. First down run for Connor, not going to get much, maybe a yard. Second down, and we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Again, a run with Connor. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Down. 18 games. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On third down, it's Connor. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Pittsburgh, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.